Welcome back to Chunky Nadz episode 4. Left you all on a lovely little cliffhanger last episode. I'm sure it was a wee bit annoying, but look, let's just jump straight in. They see me rolling, you've been waiting. Chunk picker gonna do me dirty, chunk picker gonna do me dirty, chunk picker gonna do me dirty, chunk picker just did me dirty. West farming chunk unlocked. This is gonna be a little intolerable. The first one you see here is an 85 farming grind for a grimy Torstol. That's gonna take a long time. We can boost that with a garden pie, but that's gonna take a long time. There's another grind here that's immediately coming to mind because flour, water, watermelon, strawberry, we can make a part summer pie. Oh boy. Chunk has been rolled, and we have unlocked the chunk to the west, the farming chunk. So let's go for a little stroll and let's check out our new home for a little while. May as well run to this, pretend that there's a little bit of excitement because this upcoming farming grind is potentially anything but. At least we have everything available to us. Allotment, flower patch, another allotment, and a herb patch. We've got a master farmer who we will be doing a lot of conversing with. If by conversing we mean stealing everything he has ever worked for. Let's have a look around the balance of the chunk and see if we can find anything. We've got some more buffalo. I believe there's a dairy buffalo. We've got some alpacas, so we can do some shearing. If there's a loom, that may help us one day when it comes to crafting. Little hunter area here with some sunlight moths, some jerboas. I don't know that we can do anything with those either. Check out further to the north, we've got some more citizens. Egg spawn, a few chooks. Winner, chicken dinner. That is a huge buffalo. Holy sh! She's a big girl. Check out the home of the dairy farmers, another master farmer, one that looks a bit more trappable. Leather boots, we've already got those. Not much up here other than some beds and bunk beds for kids that don't exist. Let the grind commence. Diving straight into it, we're going to knock out every single allotment. 61 snape grass is the pinnacle here. Flowers, our pinnacle for this grind is 26. 58 we cannot get the seeds for the white lily. And where the fun really happens is in the herbs, all the way down to 85 for the Torstol. But as with any farming content in the interim, we see what we can work with. We've got a compost bin. It's going to help with potatoes to the south. We can fill those constantly, and the way anybody gets started is with some rake content. A couple of weeds in quick succession, you would hope. There we go. One more, come on. There we have it. 12 of the finest farming experience you'll get. Let's throw some potato seeds in there. The beauty of potato seeds, at least, is we can pay the nearby farmer to look after that patch so that we don't lose these ones. A couple of compost, can buy those from the farming store nearby as well. So we'll pay Hamini. Buy. It's going to be a very long grind. We're currently at 15 farming. 85 is the target. We might be able to boost with the garden pie in the interim, but that is a long way off. We're currently growing some tomatoes for those playing in Oz and the UK. Let's give the compost to the weird little leprechaun and get to farming. Let's harvest some tomatoes. Level 16 farming. Only a casual 65 to go. Let's chuck those tomato seeds back in. Harvest the next batch. 14 XP per tomato. It's going to help us in the short term. It's going to grow those initial levels with a relative amount of speed, but as we get further in, we're going to hope for some better allotment seeds from our master farmers. Otherwise, we are in for a long grind. Hoping this one just gets measured in months. 3 would be nice. More than 3 is probably expected. That's okay. This is what we signed up for. This is one chunk life, and without these large crazy grinds, we're basically just playing a normie. What's the point in that? Where's the fun in that? Between pickpocketing master farmers and waiting for our crops to grow, figure it's a good opportunity to stockpile some corn. 100 XP per. We are not burning anything anymore thanks to the 58 cooking grind for the pita bread. So we can make a few runs, make it a relatively short trip back to the weird little leprechaun so that we can note these back up and head out to the cornfields. You can do a few of these per trip and get about 20 plus. It's just going to be a nice way to casually get some cooking XP up should we face a grind. There may or may not, cannot confirm or deny, there is a hidden cooking grind in this chunk as well that currently does not show up on the chunk picker. So that is going to be a world of hurt at some stage. But in the meantime, look, I've got a field of maize in front of me, and we're just going to pick at it. We interrupt this grind for some freaky forest ale. Let's kill the two-tailed pheasant. It's a bit of a normal one. Take him back to old mate Freaky. Click through the dross. And what do we have? Some lederhosen. Little milestone coming up. That is a 20 farming. Only 60 something more to go. It is just going to get slower and slower from here. But importantly, we can now grow sweet corn, which once we harvest that, we can cook that straight away for some very easy cooking XP. And that is going to be some much needed cooking XP as we get further and further into the chunk. Quick check in on the progress here. And we have the master farmer, whose pockets we've been rummaging around in. Getting caught far too often than not, as you can see by our stockpile of cooked corn as healing. And there we have 55 thieving. There's going to be many more of these levels to come. If we're going to have anything close to the amount of seeds to progress up to the 80 plus farming gold grower tour stall. So we will be fumbling around in this man's pockets for seeds or whatever else he might have accessible in those pockets for quite some time. Another little milestone on the way. And there is 30 farming. I can't tell if this last 10 levels went fast and will be faster or is going to get slower. Actually, I can tell it is going to get a lot slower. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. Little ode to Limpword here. Beautiful. And now we're hitting 35 strength. Another level, just killing a buffalo because we can. Coming up now to another little milestone on the farming grind as we pick up some more of that ever important sweet corn. You'll see a bunch of it in the inventory. We're trying to stockpile as best we can, and there's 35 farming. We can now grow teak trees and craft leprechaun charms, whatever the hell they are. Not going to get a chance to do any of those, but at least we are slowly but surely getting on the way. The strategy here is to generally grow as much sweet corn as we can. Not a hell of a lot of experience behind the actual growing of the sweet corn, but it's consistent and it's going to give us good quantities of corn for the cooking grind to come. There's a lot of corn needed, so any chance we get is worth taking. And we've graduated to Tarraman for the herbs now, trying to grow herbs that are fairly underleveled from where we actually are from a farming perspective. It's going to slow down the XP rates, but they're not going to die. And at the end of the day, a good herb is a not dead herb. Following on from 40 farming, we have another little task to hit. That's 60 thieving. All from, 50 to 60, all from master farmers. So let's take a little detour and do a little bit of a bank check at what 50 to 60 on master farmers gets us. Hopefully we've got enough run energy to get this. We are slow as a wet week once we run out of that run energy, but that's alright. We should get there soon enough. Deposit the dross and let's have us a look. It is a 573k tab, some herbs there. Let's have a quick look. So most importantly, with the 85 farming grind in mind, we've got a tour style seed. Hopefully pick up more than one of these. This was a 1 in 19,220 pull at 37 farming. Got some snape grass, some watermelons. Not very common from master farmers. Decent amount of strawberry seeds, snappy D's, some renards, and then honestly the rest of this is kind of garbage. There's some decent herb seeds here for when we reach the right level and know that they're not going to die. We've stockpiled a few limpwort roots and we've got a few limpwort seeds. Sweet corn seeds is probably the main bread and butter for the account. Not necessarily from an experience standpoint, but it's going to help with the future cooking grind. We'll take a look at that in a second as well, because why not? Getting most of these from picking corn. It's a boring job. Someone's got to do it. Apparently that someone has to be me. At the moment we have 6,418 corn. We need about 82,000. So we've got a long way to go. Getting close to 10%, which for some reason feels like a pretty good number to hit. So at the moment we have roughly a lot of corn. 616,000 GP of corn. And we haven't even started cooking it. Well, that ought to do it for episode 4 here. We've got a little bit of progress. We've got 40 farming, 60 thieving, a just now diseased limpwort root, and look, a lot of grinding to go. But we made some really good progress. And look, I think the biggest takeout from here is we have a tall style seed. I'm sure we'll get some more along the way, but it's just nice knowing that we've got it now at 1 in 20,000. So I'll bid you all adieu. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all those beautiful algorithm things. And I'll catch you in a week or so with the next progress video. As you know, we're going to be here for a while. So we'll tune in next week. Let's see how far we've gotten chunky Nadz along the grind, and we'll catch you then.